So this is the April glam bag for this year. It always comes in like the pink bubble wrap. The bag is super, super cute. It's got like butterflies on it. So I already know what products I'm getting. The first thing that I'm gonna try out is the Pore Tightening Pearl Clay Mask. It's by Biorace, I think. I think that's how you pronounce it. It doesn't really smell like anything. It smells like literal clay, and it is kind of cool inside. Definitely a good amount. So I'm gonna just take a foundation brush and I'm gonna apply this on my face. Ooh, it's really creamy. And it's got like little beads in it. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I definitely applied a pretty liberal amount, and there's still a lot left in the container. So if you're not familiar with how Ipsy works, they charge you $10 a month and you can skip anytime you want. And basically they send you sample sizes and some full-size products, and a lot of the time they're kind of tiny, but you get to try out a lot of cool things at a really reasonable price. So the other thing that I'm really excited to try is this Meech and Mia. It's a loose copper eyeshadow. So then when you open it up, it has the 4 holes in it, or 5, 5 holes in it, and it looks like you could probably just tap it out. Ooh, that is so shimmery. The next thing, I am so excited for this one. This is by Trust Fund Beauty, and it is not gonna show up in my camera. Well, all right. So it's called That Liquid Glow though, and you guys know I love my liquid highlighters. So I'm just gonna open this. Ooh, and it's a good sized product. I've heard really good things about this brand. I'm just gonna swatch this on my hand really fast because I am that excited to try it. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Look how beautiful. So the next product is, they always send me a brush. I don't know if this is something that they do with everybody, but I always get a brush every month, which is part of the reason why I have so many. This is a really nice brush. This is by Ruby, and it is kind of like a nice detail brush. You can use it in the crease or on your lower lash line and your inner corners. Looks like a really soft brush. I'm excited to try that. And the last thing, I love NYX so much. They're a really affordable but pretty high quality drugstore brand. You can find them at CVS. So the last thing they sent me is the Soft Matte Lip Cream. And this is in the shade Stockholm. So I'm just gonna swatch this on my hand. I don't know if that's really my shade, you guys. I think that might look pretty interesting on me. We'll try it out anyway. We'll see how it looks. I'm gonna put together an entire look kind of surrounding these products, and we'll do like a tutorial late around that. So I'm just gonna run off camera, take this mask off of my face, do my foundation and my concealer, and then I'll be back on camera. All right? Okay, I'm back again. So as you can see, I have removed that mask. It was really hard to scrub off my face. It had like dried and kind of like caked onto my face, and I had to like really scrub really hard. And as you can see, my skin is pretty angry at me right now, so it's like really red. I'm not really noticing if there's a difference in my pores. They look kind of the same to me. Oh, I've got some blemishes. Yeah, so pores the same. Skin really angry. So I don't know if I would use that again. All right, so now I have foundation, blush, contouring, eyebrows. I've already primed my eyelids, so now we can get into testing the other makeup. So I'm actually going to create kind of an eye look around this copper loose powder. So I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I just got it. I haven't really used it too much, but I've been playing around with it a little bit. So, okay. So I'm going to take this top shade, which is called Silk Cream, and that's going to be my transition shade. I'm just gonna kind of work that into the crease really lightly, taking a tiny bit at a time and tapping off the excess in between. I'm gonna bring it up kind of high on the brow bone because I kind of want it to create kind of like a gradient effect. A gradient effect. Okay, and then on the same blending brush, I'm going to take the shade right underneath that, and that is called Pooter. Some of the names in this palette are really funny. There's one called Pukey, and I'm going to work that into the crease. And I'm not going to take this shade as high as I was taking the other one. And then I'm just gonna go back into that first shade, which is the Silk Cream. And I'm gonna go in with Pukey again and do the same thing. Alright, and then I'm going to grab the e.l.f. blending brush that I used in my first video, and I'm gonna grab the shade called Mocha, which is down here. And if you watched my previous video, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did in that video. I'm just gonna like stamp some of that Mocha shadow in the outer corner. And then grab a clean blending brush and just do like really small motions to blend that out and into the outer crease. And I'm gonna go in one more time and do the exact same thing. I'm like, I'm gonna take that Mocha shade and get it as close to the bottom lash line as I can. So I think what I'm gonna do with this copper shadow is kind of do like just the lid color. I'm going to do like a half crease. So the way you would do like a cut crease kind of look is by taking a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on a detailed brush. I'm going to pat it on the lid. Just go like halfway across. And you can kind of leave the edges a little bit sloppy because I don't want it to be like a harsh line. I want it to kind of like blend through. So I'm gonna set this with a little bit of powder so it doesn't crease and move around. So I'm just gonna go in with that first shade that I used again, and I'm just gonna pat it on the lid over that. Just remember that I used this to blend out the mocha. Fortunately, nothing bad happens. Okay. So this is so gorgeous. I can't wait to use this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap some into the cap, and I think I'm just gonna use my finger because loose pigment, you get a lot of fallout. Pat this on. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So shimmery. Look at that. It's amazing. I'm loving it. Okay. Stick my finger. Finger, meat, pant leg. Okay. All right, so that looks amazing, but I do kind of want to blend it out a little bit. So I'm gonna take the brush that I had put the shade Mocha on. I'm gonna grab a little tiny bit more of that, like tap the crap out of that, and then I'm just gonna kind of pat a little bit on both sides. And then I'm going to grab that brush that I started out with, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of that pukey color. The sun keeps ruining this video. I'm gonna find a better place to film next time. And I'm just gonna dust it so lightly. I'm barely even touching my skin. Just gonna dust around the edges of that copper shade. Really, really, really lightly. Just to diffuse the edges of that, but I definitely am afraid that that might move around if I'm too harsh with it. And then I'm gonna take a clean blending brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that more of that pukey shade, and I'm gonna just diffuse the upper edges. I'm gonna take like an angled detail brush. I'm gonna take this black shade down here that is called Abyss. I'm just gonna create like kind of a smoked out wing with that. Just really lightly. Oh my god, I am living for this copper eyeshadow. All right, so finally I'm going to go in with that ruby brush that I got in the Ipsy bag today. And I'm gonna go in with, what am I gonna go in with? I'm gonna go in with Pukey again. And I'm gonna really smoke the crap out of that lower lash line. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is take a little bit more of Abyss. All right. Ooh, almost dropped it. since that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara off camera because it takes me about a million years to do that. But just remember first going in with the eyelash curler, like 100%. Makes a huge difference. All right, I will be right back. Okay, so I went and applied some false lashes as well. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys that part because it didn't go well. I really don't like the glue I've been using lately. It just doesn't hold, so I need to get some new glue. So I'm gonna go ahead to the liquid highlighter. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna apply it on the back of my hand first so I can kind of decide how much I want. By the way, this is a really thick formula and I'm gonna apply it. Woo! That is crazy. Oh my gosh. So one thing I will say is that it's not super blendable because it's such a thick formula. So I'm gonna try my best. Ooh. I don't know, guys. I'll go like that, maybe. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Kind of moving my makeup underneath, but I like the glow from within. I might recommend that you put this on before you do like your under eye concealer, because I feel like it's a little bit thick and hard to work with over my makeup. I don't know. It's not easy to work with. It's definitely not easy to work with. Like, ugh. It's very thick and creamy, whereas like the highlighters I'm used to working with, which are these two, the Clinique Uplighting and the Buxom, which I think is Divine Goddess Luminizer. They're both a really thin, easily blended formula. You can wear it underneath your makeup, you can wear it on top of your makeup. I like the glow that this gives you, but it's definitely way too thick to work with. So the last thing in my Ipsy bag this month is the NYX Matte Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in Stockholm. I'm not like in love with this shade, so I'm gonna see how it looks. Ooh, a little black thing. It just feels like this is gonna be too orange to be cute on me. I will say that I really like the formula. It's very like soft and creamy, easy to work with. So yeah, I definitely love the formula of this. I don't hate the color. I definitely don't hate it. It looks okay. I wouldn't probably wear it with this eye look. It's a little bit too much orange for this look. But it feels really nice. I'm curious to see how it looks when it dries. But besides that, I like it. I would definitely buy this in a different shade, maybe something more nude, not as orangey. So it's been a few minutes and it has only dried a little bit. It definitely doesn't feel as creamy, but it's definitely like not like completely dry. So I just removed that. I did want to show you guys. This is one of my go-to nude lipsticks right now. This is the Superstay Maybelline Matte Ink 24 hour. I think it's 24 hour. I don't know. But this color goes so amazing with everything. This is a color called Driver. So as you can see, that is like super toned down. It actually looks a little bit orange when you first put it on, but then it kind of when it dries. It dries super matte and it looks more like nude and a little bit toned down and not as orangey. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. What is going on here? I hope you guys enjoyed my review. And I hope that, you know, it may help you kind of figure out what products you would like to buy in the future. Definitely NYX is one of those brands at CVS that is not going to like break your bank. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I had a lot of fun creating it. I've never heard of some of these brands before, but I think I'll look out for them in the future.